Hi, and welcome to Mechanical Keyboards Live. I'm your host, skiwithpete. What's going on, guys? Welcome back. 5th stream of the weekend. And I did exactly what I did at lunch today. Just finished eating. Still swallowing. Guys, welcome to the show. The Brotaku, all the way from New Zealand. How you doing, buddy? Kajeo, Tux, Anchorbait, Dane Carter, Dr. Doomapple, Andrew Bishop, Euphorical. What's going on, guys? How is it? How is everything? Look at all the stuff that's on my desk. This is what I've been up to. This is what I will be up to. JB's in the house too. What's going on? All right. Here it is. So let's start with this thing. This is the Eco. Built this. When did I build this? Excuse me, yesterday morning? I know, I don't remember either. This is the Eco. This was fun to build. You can see this. Hold on, I'm going to move my action cam here so you can see it better. 1UP Keyboards, skiwithpete, Bishop Keyboards, Eco Limited Edition 1 of 1. I built that on, I think that was yesterday morning. I think so. That was yesterday morning. All right. And directly after that, we built these two. You can see I started putting these. I started putting switches on these. This is the one that Steph built, and I built the 4-banger. Steph built the Sweet 16. Those are fun. Those are cool builds. Let me just show you the undersides of these. These are the prototype boards. These are going to be coming to. These are going to be coming to 1UP Keyboards soon. Nick Christius is here. Gemk is here. Giovanni Mugerli, Brendan. I thought he was saying, I'm not being shitty about your laptop. Evan is here. What's going on, Evan? It's great, guys. Welcome to the stream, everybody. 41 watching already with 7 likes. Go ahead, smash that like button. We're going to get to this, which is today's build, in just a minute, but we're still counting down through all the stuff. These were the ones that we built last night. That was awesome. Moving on. This morning, it wasn't this morning, it was like this afternoon. It was like just a few hours ago. I built this beauty. This is a carbon fiber TKL with black on gray keycaps. Cherry MX black switches. Black carbon fiber, black aluminum feet. She's a beaut. Ignored feels bad, man. Sorry, feels bad. Wait a sec. I didn't ignore feels bad, man. I ignored Mange HD. What's up, Mange HD? How you doing? How you doing? Ghouly Goose says K60, K70 or Ducky Shine 6. Ducky for sure. But consider looking at the, what's that one over there? The Cooler Master Master Keys PBT, whatever. Steph, I really hurt my tooth biting down on that olive. Oh, bad. Olive with a seed in it. Didn't know. Okay. Anyways, that was the build from this afternoon. This is the build for today, tonight, this evening, whatever it is now. Right now, this is what we're going to get onto, the carbon fiber, whatever. The carbon fiber, whatever. The carbon fiber, 60% from 1UP Keyboards. With this, the bass, the GH60. Actually, we're going to talk about basses in a little bit, because I don't know what bass to put on it. That's coming right up. But, before we get to that, this is this week's giveaway. Alright, let's go through it. First, we got a keycap puller from mechanicalkeyboards.com. We got a second keycap puller from mechanicalkeyboards.com. We got these switch openers from mechanicalkeyboards.com. We got this brass plate from 1upkeyboards.com. We got a key switch. No, it's not a key. It's a switch puller from 1upkeyboards.com. And we got this awesome big sticker from 1upkeyboards.com, as well as this Varmillo switch tester, which actually has keys in the back, so I guess this is programmable. I don't know much about this thing, actually. Anyways, that is all in the giveaway. Go into the About section below, look for the gleam.io link, and use your subscription to this channel to enter the giveaway. Plus, if you've already entered, you can come back daily. There's daily entries. All right, take a second. I feel like I've been streaming all weekend. Give me 1 second here, guys. We're just gonna move this stuff off to the side. That's over there. We're gonna get back to this. Boom. Gadgetable's up in the house. Mechanisk is in the house. Brendan is in the house. What is going on? Mechanisk, what time is it? Gadgetable says, check your Slack, you dang New Yorker. My Slack? You thought you would Slack me? Alright, well that's awesome. Thanks for slacking me. What did you slack at me? Gab, I'm trying to live stream. I'm trying to live stream, man. Brotaku says that brass plate would go real well with a wooden case. Yeah, it would. And it's free, and the giveaway is open internationally. That's also a fact. Or what you call a true fact. Alright. Alright, let's get back to this. Getting back to it's 1 a.m. on a school night. What are you doing, man? Go to bed, Mechanist. Alright, 48 watching with 16 likes. If you haven't already smashed that like button, go ahead and do it now. For those of you who don't know, hi. I'm skiwithpete. I have a head over here and arms that don't seem connected to it. Even though if I do this, they are connected. And then I do this and they're not connected. That's not what I wanted to talk to you about. I wanted to talk to you about the fact that I own 1upkeyboards.com. So a lot of the stuff that this show is about 1upkeyboards.com. Just want to be real clear about that. Because you should go to 1upkeyboards.com. Lots of different ways you can support this channel. 1, you can buy me a cup of coffee. You can find that in the About section. 2, you can support this channel on Patreon. 3, you can send me Bitcoins. I never mentioned that, but it's actually true, right? You can actually do that.
I don't know. Do you have it set up?
I think I have it set up. I don't know. Okay. You can also go to 1upkeyboards.com. Although they're kind of separate, but you can. The other thing you can do to support this channel, if you can't do it via money, which I understand, if you can't do that, the other way you can support this channel is by pressing subscribe and by pressing like. All those things help this channel grow. So please do what you can. Ghoulie Goose says, when does the giveaway end? I think it's actually next Sunday. I think so. So I call it this week's giveaway, even though it's like a 10-day giveaway. That just makes it easier for me to... I can pile group stuff into like 2 weekend thing. Okay, gotta go to my next period now. See ya, Pete, says the Bertaku. Peace out, Bertaku. That wasn't peace. That was like devil horns. This is peace. Peace out, man. No, my arms are not connected. As you can see, by being able to do this, I actually have a third. I have a third arm. This is me twiddling my thumbs. But I can do like third arm stuff, which is cool. Amazing, right? You're like, how? But how did you? But how could you possibly have done that? It's magic. Let's remember a couple things. 1, we're streaming in full 4K, and 2, can't remember what the second thing is. We're here to build a keyboard. Let's start building this keyboard. So today I'm going to be building with Cherry MX Reds. And these are the stabilizers. I'm in this like real, like just get it done mode at the moment. Some guy told me that, somebody told me that Game of Thrones is on tonight at 9, and that I'm to finish before then. Excuse me. So challenge accepted. What time we got now? Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 7:11 p.m.
7:11 p.m. Let's do this. Alright, I'm just going to pick this up, just move it a little closer so you can see what I'm talking about with the stabilizers. Stabilizers, ready, and bang. We're going in, we're clipping stabilizer legs. These are the little legs that are on stabilizers because they remove the thockiness. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you can watch the other stream I did earlier, or you can watch any of my other streams where I talk about the thockiness. All I'm doing is clipping the little suspension legs off of. I don't want to rush, but I do want to rush. I do want to go quickly. This keyboard is going to be a demo board for Maker Faire, but it will be for sale at 1upkeyboards eventually. That's the plan with it anyways. What was your question, Giovanni? Don't feel ignored. Where are you from at MangeHD? Oh, he's not even asking me a question. Why am I on such a tear building all these boards? Well, there's a couple reasons. One, I got pretty far behind with my streaming because stuff was piling up and I was taking holidays and stuff, and now I have a bunch of stuff I have to do before Maker Faire in New York City at the end of September, and I'm just like, let's get it done. So I got a bunch of stuff. It's Maker Faire is like 3, 6, 9 weeks away. Is that right?
What?
How far away is Maker Faire from today? But I have a frog ton of stuff I need to do between now and then. So I just thought, let's get on. Let's do it. Am I doing this low enough? Like, can you see what I'm doing here? I'm clipping these little stabilizer legs. And the reason you do that is to make your stabilizer legs better.
8 weeks away?
8 weeks. So next weekend is the meetup, the mechanical keyboard meetup here in... What method do you use to get keys straight on a universal plate? It's a great question, MW. I typically, where there's really big holes, I try to use the PCB stabs on the... the PCB switches to make sure that they're lined up. But otherwise, you know, a great method is to use keycaps. Put the keycaps on, make sure they're lined up straight, and then do that. But there's really only one place where that could go wrong, and I think that's what you're referring to. And that one place, yeah, that's how I get it straight. We'll get to that. That'll be coming soon. All right, that looks like all of them. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Bang. All right, moving right along. Do you have black stabilizers in stock? Yep, we have black stabilizers in stock. They're not typically sold individually, are they, Steph?
Not yet. But if you send me an email, I can sort you out.
Did you hear that? I don't know if you guys... I never know if you guys
can
can...
hear me from outside.
But
I was listening when I was outside, and I can hear myself, so they have to be able to see or hear me from in here.
Steph's usually a really nice person. You guys make her mad.
Only occasionally.
Shout out to James Bardolph for sharing this. I don't know who James Bardolph is, but thank you, James Bardolph, for sharing this. Nujp, and Voltron Force, hello. Welcome.
On Twitter.
What?
James shared it on Twitter.
I don't know who James is. Do you know who James is?
Yeah, one of our customers and
Oh.
people-
Okay. He probably has another. The thing is, oftentimes what happens, people have one nickname in Reddit, they have a different nickname on YouTube, and then they have a different real name, obviously. And I don't know who people are.
I know.
Steph knows who everybody
I know
is.
who customers are.
Steph is way better than me at everything.
No. I just see names that come in for customers. Ah, shit.
What did you do?
No, she's not up on the floor.
Oh.
On the carpet.
At this point, what I'm doing is I'm using lube. This is Crytalk's GPL 205 lube. There's a link to it in the about section below, or the video description section, as I'm trying to learn to call it. Then all you do is pop a little bit of lube right there, bang, and you're done. Moving on to the next one. You totally don't have to do this step, but I do this step because when I build a custom keyboard, I want it to be perfect. He's a big CSGO commentator. A CSGO commentator. Who buys from us a lot. Really?
Yes.
I didn't know there was a CSGO commentator out there. Did you, Steph?
Uh-huh.
Steph knew that. I'm just exposing my innocence. You see what I did then? Oh, sorry, I'm doing this way off camera. I don't know why I'm doing it up there. I was doing it so off camera. Well, don't be intimidated by all the mods that we have in here. The reason we have so many mods is that these guys are community members. They've been around before. They know the routine, and they've been helping people. And that's what makes them moderators here on my channel. So if you have any questions about keyboards or about how these things work, feel free to shout out and let any of those moderators help you with their questions. They're good, honest people. That's why they're here. That's what they do. Okay, so a stabilizer, look, has two sides. This is the slider. This is the slider part. This is the housing, and then you got the wire. Okay, the wire's over here. That's this part. So it goes like this. The slider has a front and a back. The front, I call the hotel side. It's got the 2 floors on it. The back only has 1 floor. Can you see that? It's a little bit out of focus. I'm going to try to make it a little bit sharper. There you go. That's the back side. It's got 1 floor on it. The hotel side, the front has 2 floors. You go 2 floors to the front. The hotel side, 2 floors goes towards the lubricated clip side. And you put the wire in on the ground floor of the hotel. Because you always enter and exit the hotel via the ground floor. Alright. And you clip it down through the lube like that. There you go. Cool. Moving on to the next one. Same thing all over again. Look at this. It's got a back side. It's got a front side. That front side is called the hotel side. It's got a top and bottom floor. Looking at this again. This goes, look, up through the bottom with the hotel facing towards that clip where we've stuck the lube. And then you put the wire in on the ground floor. just like that. And then you clip this end. Can you see that? You clip it through the lube. I'm just going to do it all nice and tidy there. Through the lube there. It's clipped in. Now you got it. Boom, 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 boom. Anchor bait. I will show off one of my aluminum cases. I will do that very soon because this is going to need a base. Right here, it's going to need a base. With 54 viewers, don't forget, you guys, there is a giveaway happening this week. Go check in the About section below for the gleam.io link. Go join this week's giveaway. There's a brass plate for a Universal 60 in there. Lots of other cool stuff for building keyboards. Go join that now. Okay, just doing the next stabilizer here. Bing, bang, boom. Come on, go in. Sometimes these are a bit stiff. This one is a good example of a stiff one. Just want to make sure that you've gone in through the ground floor there. That's exactly what I've done. And then I'm going to, sorry, I'm doing it a little bit high. I'm just going to clip it down through the lube. Okay, I'm going to do this one real close in on the camera here. There's the hotel side. Hotel side. In here, bang. And then, look, clip that in through the lube. That way you get a nice lubed one. That's the thing with building a custom keyboard. You know, you can add all these little details to it that make it superior to anything else you can buy on the market. And this is just one of those details. This is just the stabilizers. Hotel side. There's the hotel side. Up through there. Another stiff one. There we go. Right on through. Then clip it down through the lube. There you go. Get another one going. There we go, down through. Oh, I smucked the lube around too. Oh, God. Okay, this one I knocked it around so much. You see I've knocked the lube off of it, so what I'm going to do, put this into the bottom here. And just before I put it in, I'm going to re-lube it, because I got the lube all over my finger. And look, I'm just going to snap this down through the lube here. Just like that. Bang. You can see a little bit of lube in there. There you go. That's perfect. A little bit of lube on the wire. You can see it's through the bottom of the housing. Just like that. And that's in on the ground floor of that stabilizer right there. That is perfect. 3 down, 2 to go. Let's keep on rocking. Down through the lube, bang. Next one, up. Sorry, I did it off camera, but stuck it through. Grab the leg through the ground floor, got it in, clip down through the lube, bang, done. Next, up. This is the big space bar. We're just gonna make sure that that clips down through the lube. There we go. Perfect. Last one. It's the martini. Got the elevator towards the hotel door. Towards the front. Whoops. There we are. Through there. Put the wire in on the ground floor. I missed it. Clip it down. There you go. Bing, bang, boom. That's it. All 5 of them are lubed and ready to go. Alright, next I'll show you how to... Next, I will show you exactly how to place them on the PCB. So here's the PCB. What you want to do, I always start with the space bar, and you want to turn this around. You always want the, you see there's 2 parts to this. There's the, where are we here? You got the little toe. Can you see the little toe? It's by my thumb there, my left thumb. It's got a little toe, a little hook. The hook goes in the big hole, and at the back here, it's got a clip, and that goes in the small hole. So on this one, it looks like it goes like this. The big hole, I'm going to take that back out. The big hole is at the top, the little hole is at the bottom. So what I'm going to do, big hole at the top, little hole at the bottom. You just go, get that nice and tight there, and bang, clip it in. And then this one, bang, clip that in as well. Alright, 46 viewers. We're up to 27 likes. If you haven't already smashed that like button, go ahead and smash that like button now. Alright, we're doing the next one over here. Look at this. Now you notice this one, the wire is up. This one, the wire is down. It doesn't matter. You just want to hit the big circle with the toe and the little circle with that clip. You know, just want to pop it in just like that. Make sure it's all the way in. It's nice and tight. The toe is poked through the other side here. You can see that. Just like that. Bang. Moving right along. There's another one here. Look, see that? Big hole goes with the toe. This one on the right here hasn't quite gone in all the way. There we go. I just had to push it in a little further, make sure it was all the way down. Nice and smooth. There shouldn't be any gap. Shouldn't be any gap at all there. There shouldn't be any like light visible underneath it. It's flush. Alright, the next one. We're going toe in the big hole. Clip in the little hole. Clip in the little hole. Again, nice and solid. Let's do it one last time up here. The backspace. Clip it in. Clip it in. Okay. Switching back to overhead here. This is our universal top plate. The way you can tell the right from the left is that the enter looks like an L here. That's how you can tell the left from the right. So you just want to place it down over top of your board just to make sure that everything fits. It does. We're happy. Since everything fits, we're ready to move on to the next step. So for the next step, what we're going to do is take 4 keycaps. Sorry, 4 switches. Place them in the corners. So what we're going to do... First, you just want to make sure that these are straight. There's nothing worse than having these not be lined up properly. Let me just show you what I'm saying. Here on the switch, you just want to make sure those are straight, because in packaging and whatever, they often get a little bit bent. And you just want to push that into the board. That's all, just like that. You don't need to worry about pushing it into the PCB yet. I'm just going to show you another one here. You see that? I'm just going to straighten that out a little bit. Just a little bit. You don't need to worry about pushing it into the PCB yet. Oh, you know what? I put it in upside down. These ones, the LED goes up. So I'm just going to... Sorry, I'm putting it overhead. The LED goes up on these, so it's what's called a north side LED. And I put this one on upside down. Okay, the bottom row, because it's dependent on your keycaps. So rather than trying to figure out the whole bottom row, I'm actually just gonna choose a different switch to put in. So instead of doing the bottom one, I'm actually gonna do this shift, because at least I know where that switch is meant to go. And this one over on the left, I'm gonna do much the same. I'm gonna choose that middle position here on the left shift. Now, if I wasn't doing the left shift, or I wanted a function key or something in here, I would move this over to the Z key and this over to the question mark key without any hesitation. But because I do know that I'm doing a standard layout, this is what I'm choosing here. All right, now that you've flipped it over, you just want to push it down, make sure that it's down nice and tight on all 4 switches. I run my finger over the pins to make sure that those pins are through all the way through. Dozer doing LEDs? No, not today. Sean Vanderhull is in the house. What's going on? We're broadcasting live from New York City, and as you can hear, there's a bit of a garden party happening outside my window. It's a beautiful day. All right. Turning on the soldering iron. Now, for those of you who don't know, this soldering iron is a little bit special in that it has a 4K camera on it. So I'm just about to switch on the SolderCam. So for those of you who aren't currently around, who are off doing whatever, maybe visiting 1upkeyboards or something, now's a great time to come back. Just as we let this heat up to 650F, which is where I like it to be. Oh, wait a sec. I gotta put my fan up. Alright. Here we go. Just schmucked my webcam there, so hopefully I don't have too much to worry about. Okay, just as we're about to go to this 4K camera, I just want to remind everybody we are in 4K. If this is your first time on the channel, you might want to turn the volume down for 1 second. Turn it down now, because we're in full 4K. That's right, we're in full 4K. If you haven't already pressed the like button, now's a great time to press it, because we're about to switch over to the 4K SolderCam. 4K SolderCam. You guys ready for this? All right, so just so you know, the overhead camera is still working here in the top left. As I move this around, you can keep your eye in the top left corner, because I can get pretty jittery with this thing. I can move it around quite a bit, especially as I'm wiping off the tip. All right, here we go. I repositioned my SolderCam between this afternoon stream and this evening stream, and I lowered the camera so you get a slightly better angle, but it makes it more difficult for me to get my hand in there to put the solder in the right place. The problems that you have with the SolderCam. 4K SolderCam. I just saw somebody comment. Doesn't get damaged by heat. I don't know, man. We're living on the edge here. We're going to find out if it gets damaged by the heat on the fly. If suddenly you hear about a YouTuber who had a 4K camera explode on them, you'll know that you were here for most of it. All right, that is the first 4 switches. Sorry, keep your eye on that top left corner while I do all my fixing and whatnot. Again, don't forget, while you're doing any soldering, always use a fan. My fan is right here. Always make sure there's ventilation. My door is open right there. And wear eye protection. Pete, are you going to stock anodized stainless steel plates? I didn't know that you could anodize stainless steel. Julio Cesar is in the house. Brendan Oscar Hernandez, Mange HD, Alien Man 82 back again. Ultra Bates was here. Looks like he's left. Giovanni Mugerli, he's still here. All right. Those first 4 switches are in, so we're in a pretty good place on the other side. 52 viewers currently watching. What I've got to do now is choose my base. Unfortunately, there's no screws with this guy. I don't know where the screws are at with this guy. Alright. Well, I think I'm going to go with this silver base. I think so. Huh. Do I want to do a silver base? Huh. We got a lot of bases. 49 viewers currently here with 34 likes. Thank you to everybody who's come, who's joined, who's pressed like, who's pressed subscribe. Thank you again. Oh, this one doesn't have any this one doesn't have any stickers with it, Steph.
Okay.
Are there extra stickers somewhere? Feet.
Oh.
Hey Pete, have you ever come across a video on YouTube of a guy that had 62 Ergo Clear Philco keyboard with SA penumbra keycaps? It sounds amazing. Haven't? Yeah, it's fun. I have not, Oscar. I have not. That's not to say that I won't. It's just to say that I haven't yet. No, I'm really struggling with that. Stop rushing. Just get in there. Why don't I do it on action cam? You say you're in class watching this muted in the background.
Attention.
Where? What?
Attention to class.
Well, it's muted. I wonder where in the world he is. Anchorbait, I wanted slate. We only have 2 slate bases left in stock, so I didn't want to use those up. We have a couple more of these silver ones available, so thought I would put that to good use. High school, New Zealand, by the way. Whereabouts in New Zealand are you from? Brendan. Used to live in New Zealand myself. A fellow New Zealander. Anchorbait, you're also a New Zealander. A couple of Kiwis. And Brotaku was here earlier. He's gone. He went to class. Whereabouts in New Zealand? Yes. Sorry about that. That was a real close-up of my arm. Okay, I don't actually need to put these feet in just yet, because really what I want to do isn't to assemble the base to the top plate right now. All that I want to do is just put this in here so that there's a bit of space underneath for my switches to drop in. Does that make sense? The switches need the space of the little legs to go through, and they won't find that if this is flat on my desk, so it's much easier to put it into the base to finish building it. Alright, so let's get on with the job of putting switches in. Well, hello to my viewers around the world. Whether you're in New Zealand and not paying attention to your class, or whether you're in North America, or in Europe, or in Antarctica, welcome. Am I bending this leg already? No, it's staying straight, but it's just not jumping in the hole here. There we go. These do get easier. This top row is particularly difficult at first because the top plate is, because it's carbon fiber, it's got that beautiful little bit of flex to it, but that little bit of flex means that it also doesn't always like to just clip down on all 4 corners, so you got to make sure that it is clipped in, especially look at that on that right hand side. Oh, I'll show you on action cam. Just got to make sure that you see this corner here. I'm going to pull it even closer. See, it's not quite down. You just got to make sure that it's, there we go, that it's all the way down like that, so it's nice and flat. Do you prefer red or black key switches? I personally prefer red, but it's because I have a light touch. I prefer lighter keyboards, and you're probably at the opposite end. You're like, what? I only like heavy keyboards. When I started, I only liked heavy keyboards, but as I progressed, I got more and more keyboards. I started to prefer the lighter and lighter ones. I've tried Gateron Clears, which are the lightest, but they're still too light for me. So reds are a happy medium for me. I really do like them. They're a great beginner switch, and they're a great, you know, great switch to continue to progress on. Now, what I find fascinating about all this is that you know, it's like rock, paper, scissors. Everybody asks, like, what's the best switch? And like one day I'll use a Zelio, the next day I'll use a Cherry, the next day I'll use a Gateron. So it's, I think of it more like rock, paper, scissors, to be honest. So thank you again to everybody who's stopped by for tonight's stream. I do appreciate hanging out with you guys. If you'd like to support this channel, you can do so through Super Chat, or you can go into the About section below and buy me a cup of coffee. I'm actually going to re-push on all these switches afterwards, you'll see, but I'm just trying to get them in as best I can for now. Brendan, you like browns. The new Cherry MX are much smoother than they used to be. It used to be that the Cherry MX range was a really gritty switch 2 years ago or so. They've just retooled, and they're much nicer than they used to be. And back in the day, they were so gritty, and they only had that little bump in them. You really couldn't feel much of that bump, and a lot of people complained that they were just like dirty reds. But times have changed, you know, and as times have changed, so too have the smoothness of the switches, and now the browns are a much better feeling switch than they used to be. Thank you again to all my mods who are hanging out with me today and yesterday and throughout the weekend. This, for those of you who've just joined, is my 5th stream of the weekend. We've just been cranking through the keyboards this weekend. Lots of cool stuff, lots of new stuff coming to 1upkeyboards.com over the course of the next few weeks and months. This board, as I said to you guys earlier, is one that I'm actually building in preparation for going to a maker fair. So we're going to try to build a couple of keyboards for then. Just to make sure we got them, you know. Good demo units so we can explain to people what bases are and what the different options and choices, what they all mean and what they all do. Hello, Pete. Do you know where I can buy a Nordic mechanical keyboard kits? I'm from Denmark. Hi, Rash. I don't, although what I can say is if you stay tuned on a place like Massdrop, if you haven't been to Massdrop before, go check in the About section. I've got a reference link for there, if you wouldn't mind using it. On Massdrop, you can buy keyboard kits from Signature Plastics. And Signature Plastics, that's definitely not straight, that one. What keycap sets? Is that what he's saying, or is he asking for something different?
He said keyboard kit.
If you do,
But then he also said I need letters like...
yeah, so I mean, a universal plate like this one will support those letters. What you do, instead of putting this stabilizer in here, you turn this into a 2-switch. And on this side, you can turn this into a 3-switch. Here, you can put the ISO enter. That's why it's called a universal board. So really, all you need to do is find the keycaps that will support that. So those keycaps are usually available in extra sets that you can get from places like, well, Signature Plastics or Pimp My Keyboard is one place you can go to get them. Or the other place, like I say, is Massdrop. Massdrop often does reference keycap sets where you can buy the Nordic combinations that you're looking for. Colin C, I'm all about Cherry MX Black, wonderfully smooth and heavyweight. I have large hands and I feel like I can rapid fire the quick key. Yeah, I built a keyboard earlier today, the 1UP Carbon Fiber TKL. I built earlier today. Here, can I show it to you? Where is it? Here. This has Cherry MX Blacks on it. That's the Cherry MX Blacks keyboard that I made earlier. Let me just pull one off to show. I built this earlier this afternoon. There's the MX Black. Let me just show you on the old action cam. Cherry MX Black. It's a pretty sweet keyboard, that one. Pimp My Keyboards. Go check it out there. You may find exactly what you're looking for at Pimp My Keyboards. Or if not, like I say, use that Massdrop link that I've put up. You're welcome, man. You're absolutely welcome. Okay, just going to take a quick break here for 1 second just to show off. Does anyone know the best tip for Hacko for this? I use the standard tip, actually. The standard, what's it called? Medium-sized chisel. Colin, see, that board in particular is not for sale, but I think we actually have a Cherry MX Black TKL available on 1upkeyboards.com right now. So go check that out. It's not that exact board because the one on 1UP Keyboards comes without keycaps, but those keycaps are also for sale. So yeah, you can put all that together. But just before I go on, I just want to remind everybody of this week's giveaway. From mechanicalkeyboards.com, there's a switch opener. From mechanicalkeyboards.com, there's 2 keycap pullers. From 1upkeyboards.com, there's a switch puller. From 1upkeyboards.com, there's also this sticker. From 1upkeyboards.com, there's also this awesome brass plate, which we launched on Friday. This one is ANSI Pro, it's called, because it's got the enter key that looks like that. But if you're from a different part of the world and you win, we'll send you whatever type of plate you want. And there's also this Varmillo switch tester. It's a pretty cool switch tester. It's got a PCB in the back, so I think it's programmable. It's got a micro hole there. It's got a bunch of different switches on it, including some rare ones like this gray linear, this white clicky. Jacob asks, hey Pete, will I be seeing you at the NYC meetup on Saturday? Yes. Excuse me, which is part of the reason that I'm trying to chug through all these builds. I know that time is running out between now and Maker Faire for me because I gotta go to the meetup next weekend. That's gonna be super fun, and whoops, I'm gonna want to hang out and whatever. So that giveaway is through the gleam.io link in the about section below. I don't use the emails for anything other than for the giveaway. I'm not interested in your email or whatever. If you want to sign up for the newsletter from 1UP Keyboards, go to 1upkeyboards.com, sign up for the newsletter. We don't do that with the Gleam people. The Gleam people, it's just about winning the giveaway. Nothing else. We don't keep any of your details. It's all run through Gleam, so it's all legit. I just pick a winner, and then the deal is you got to reply within 48 hours. Those 48 hours, let me know that you've used a real email address and that you're responsive. If you don't reply within 48 hours, the giveaway will go to the next winner in line. So how can I program these Danish letters? I can't find anything about that. Oh, the program you're going to want, this is the GH60 Satan. This, even though it doesn't say it anywhere. This is the GH60 Satan. And the way you program this is by downloading a program called Easy AVR. Go download Easy AVR, and you can find in the Dropbox the programming methods. With Easy AVR, it's really super easy to program keyboards. I totally recommend it. It's called Easy AVR Keyboard Firmware Mapper. It's got a super memorable name. You'll never forget it. I don't know why anybody would ever forget it. It's actually made by a guy, a community member called Metallica's. He's a really nice guy. Really cool for building that program and making keyboard programming easy for the community. I really do appreciate him. And you should too. So go check out that program. Oscar, are you in Dallas, man? I didn't know you were in Dallas. We were just in Dallas.
There's an Austin meetup.
There is an Austin meetup coming
Lots of
soon.
August.
Yeah, and Austin isn't too far. It's what, 3 hours drive? We go to the Philly meetups. They're like 3 hours. What's that, dear?
Not that far.
Feels like it. By the time you get off the island, it's 3 hours. Okay, none of these switches are really sinking in. I'm going to have to clip these up here. I have this program but can't find these letters. Okay, when you instead of when you choose it at the start, it's going to ask if you... Oh, wait a sec. How do you do that with the international letters? It's a good question. It's a good question. I'm thinking it through. Hold on. Let's switch over to the tester view. No super chats yet, as you can see here, but I'm just going to have a quick look if I have Easy AVR. I thought I had Easy AVR. Give me a second. No, that wasn't it. Huh, can't figure out how to open it. Anybody know the answer? Oh, you know what? I might have it on my desktop. Hold on. Keyboards. There we are. Easy AVR USB. Sorry, it took a few minutes, but you want to do a new layout. Then you want to do GH60 Satan available layouts. You want to do poker. Okay. Then in here you want to do mode normal. You know, man, I'm not sure now that you say that. Now I'm gonna have to look into this. I don't actually know the answer. It's gonna be an easy way. I just don't know what it is. I just don't know what it is. Yeah, gonna have to look that up. Okay, what I'm going to do now is try to clip some of these. They're just, there we go. Whoops. The reason they're all snapping in is because they weren't snapped down before. They're all just a few mils above where they should have been. So I'm genuinely snapping them in place now. Okay, this bottom row, to get the bottom row right, what do we want to do here, Steph? Do you want to do white or black? What color? White? Yeah, I think white's a great choice. Shall I use these ones? Okay, so I'm going to use white keycaps, but I want to use the keycaps to make sure that I correctly select this bottom row. So I'm going to start by pushing all the keycaps down the other end here. 42 people currently watching. How many likes do we have? Sorry, it says 42 over there, but 38 over here. With 43 likes. Thank you, guys. That's awesome. It's a big achievement to get more likes than we have people currently watching. Now, this one's a little bit challenging. Only because it... that's not the right one, but... You got to remember the space bar's flipped around the other way. All right, and then the space bar, like I say, it goes the other way around. What on earth? There we go. That side of the spacebar just wasn't playing ball. These are PBT side printed keycaps, also from 1upkeyboards, in case you're wondering. Said it before, but I am the owner of 1upkeyboards, so I talk about 1upkeyboards incessantly. Did you complete the panda startle? No, I have not yet completed the panda startle. It's a bit of a sore point. I spent almost 2 hours yesterday putting together 20 switches, and I did not finish. So when I say a bit of a sore point, I mean it's a massive sore point. Whoops. Not the wrong way around. That is the best way to line up the bottom row of keys. Keycaps. Switches. That's what I'm saying. It's the best way to line up your switches. Just like that. Because now that they're in, now what I can do is just remove them all with my keycap puller. And the switches will stay in place. This is why we give out these key pullers. Man, that one is so tight. Come on out. Can't get the space bar off. Can we get a close-up of the carbon fiber? Yeah, in just a minute. Sorry, I might do this off camera just because I can't handle the... Just need a little screwdriver to get in there or something. Man, that was a bitch. I really didn't want to give up. I'll see why. Well, thank you again to everybody who's tuned in. The quick question about getting a close-up of that carbon fiber. Let's just take a look here through the action cam. That's totally what it looks like. All right. Next move. Let's flip it upside down. Getting closer and closer to the action cam. Sorry, not the action cam. The SolderCam, which I know is everybody's favorite. Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 8:16 p.m.
45 minutes to go. Alex Sure says, hey Pete, just bought an ARMS for my Nintendo Switch to play with my friends. Hyped to play that. Cool. I'm not sure what it is, but it sounds cool. Well, I got a party happening outside. Okay, here we go. Yeah, all three on the first row. Whoa. All through on the second row, too. All through on the third row. Whoa. 1, 2. Whoa, all through on the fourth row, final row. All through. That's like the second time that's ever happened to me. That all the switches go through. Usually there's 1 or 2 stragglers at least. These are all through and they all look good. Sweet. Well, let's turn on the soldering iron. Let's get ready to do SolderCam. 41 viewers with 49 likes. If there's somebody out there who hasn't already pressed like, would you go ahead and smash that like button? Get us up to 50. Go on. Does the carbon fiber feel rigid when you run a finger over it? No, it's smooth. It's smooth as. It's there's no can you see that? It's there's no texture there. It's just smooth. My friend brother. Great party game potential. Cool. Sounds good. Sounds like a good one. Okay, switching over to soldering iron here. Here's the soldering iron. Remember, keep your eye in the top left corner here, especially as I do some of the wiping, which can be a little bit hard. How do you guys like 4K SolderCam? Yeah, we're in full 4K. Make sure you crank up your resolution, guys. Get the most out of this. Steph, were you able to send that link that I sent to you to Jess? Jess, if you're watching, I made a link for you. Do you play any video games, Pete? I don't play very many video games. I used to play a lot of StarCraft. I don't play many video games now. I used to play a lot of Call of Duty as well. What do you guys think about the 4K SolderCam? Soldering a keyboard together isn't really a big deal. You just got to make sure you got good equipment, a bit of patience. What temp do you solder at? I solder at 650F. I use a lead-free solder. Sorry guys, I'm just focused a little bit on the soldering right now, but I will look up at the questions in a second. If you have a burning question you don't want me to miss, make sure you use Super Chat. Or just be persistent and hang around. Thank you again to my Super Chatters all through the weekend. You guys have been great. It is through the kind donations and Super Chats that I've been able to buy this equipment, including this SolderCam. The 4K rig is all because of this channel's kind contributions. Well, close to it anyways. You guys bought one of these webcams, I bought the other one. But you know what I'm saying. Alexa, what is 650 Fahrenheit and Celsius?
650 degrees Fahrenheit is 343.33 degrees Celsius.
343.3 degrees. So say 350. That is definitely the right temperature for this solder. It's lead-free solder that I've got from Kester. Really good stuff. I really like this stuff. I had this is no clean. I had some water soluble, and it was so messy. God, it got everywhere, and it was terrible pain. What's that, Steph? After the stream today, I'll be hanging out in the Discord channel. If you guys want to go hang out, see you in there. Sorry, this is the problem with that webcam overhead. Can't get my hand quite in there far enough, so I'm trying my best to find a different way. Not everybody has to solder with a 4K webcam strapped to their soldering iron. Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 8:28 p.m.
Got a good feeling about this, guys. Thank you to everybody who's joined and pressed like and pressed subscribe today. Thanks very much to everybody who's come in and checked out the channel. Really do appreciate it. Don't forget to go check in the About section below for the Gleam.io link, which is this week's giveaway. It's a bunch of cool stuff for somebody who wants to start building their own keyboard in there. Also, if you want advance notice of new releases coming out on 1upkeyboards.com, go to 1upkeyboards and sign up for the newsletter. The newsletter, I'm trying to get it out once a week. We do it every time there's a new product being released, which isn't always once a week, but when it is, there's a newsletter that comes along with it. Mange, I think you're hitting that I'm the owner of 1UpKeyboards Discord thing a bit often, man. Is there a way you can back that off a little bit? I know, I want to chat too, I'm down with it, but keep the chat in here while the stream is going, and then we'll all move over there when we're done. I've spent some time with this soldering iron this weekend. This is a tricky switch here. This one's okay, but look at this next one. It's only a half moon. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to tackle it from the other side here. See this? It's only a half moon switch. So what I'm going to do is fill it up on that side. And just creep it on over and then wipe up. Just as you normally would. There you go. Now that I'm upside down, I might as well continue the upside down thing. You know what? I'm going to wipe the tip of this soldering iron. So keep your eye on that top left corner. Just while I wipe that a couple times. There you go. Thanks, Mange. Do appreciate it. Just saw your message now. I just looked up and the last two messages I'd seen were that, so appreciate it. Pete, did you ever play RuneScape? Asks a stranger named JB. Stranger, no, I've never actually played RuneScape. I've heard about it, but never played it. My mother-in-law played a lot of Myst back in the day. So I'm going to give this tip a quick wipe again. Oh, it's hard to wipe it. You know what? My dad made this arm for me to be able to put the webcam on here. I might have to talk to him about a new design. That, or I need to get a, that is another option actually. I'm just going to redo that one. That gross. I'm just getting a separate sponge, you know? Actually, maybe getting a separate sponge would be a lot easier than redesigning this thing. Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 8:38 p.m.
38. I don't know if I'm going to make it. Any errors here, any single error, and I'm going to miss it. Martini. There we go. The last switch soldered in. Alright, just going to give this a quick wipe. Quick double wipe. Do the bottom side of it a little bit too. Don't forget when you're soldering, always wear eye protection. Don't solder with a webcam strapped to your soldering iron unless you absolutely have to. Oh. All right. Whoa, that was fun. Okay, soldering iron is off. The next thing I've got to do is plug it in and get the keyboard tester up. So let me just do that real quick here. Keyboardtester.com. I'm going to switch you over to the keyboard tester. Alright, now overhead you can see that I've got the keyboard right here. Once again, I'm going to use this base just as a place to rest it. I'm just going to slot it in there. Look at that. That is a beaut. Of course, you guys can't see it full screen, but you will shortly. Alright guys, now the moment of truth. Wish me luck. Escape, that's good. We got full row compatibility, that's great. We got all the columns working. All the way across. We got caps, A, S, D, F, G, H. Okay, the bottom rows are always weird, but this, now that should pop out the Windows key. It did. Alt, we got spacebar. Then this side is even weirder. This one says Alt. This one won't work. This one also, oh, that's working as a Windows key. And then this Control. Well, only one of the keys didn't work, and that's the function key. All right. We have a fully working keyboard. That's great news. Means we can progress quickly to the next phase. All right. Here we go. What did I do with those? What did I do with this? There they are. The legs are here. Alright, let me just grab a quick screwdriver. Let me grab another screwdriver in preparation for the next phase, which goes like this. Like this. Alright, I'm just going to take these little screws here, pop them on the table like that. The first one I like to do is this middle guy. I'm just going to make sure that I get the hole right. There we go. Okay. Don't want to tighten it down too much. Want to keep it loose so we can fit the other ones in. We're going to fit them all like we can. Nice and loose here. This is the one here that's going to tie us down. This one, there's only one space to put it in. But still, we still got movement left in the board here. And that's exactly what we want. 2 to go. Again, still want to keep it loose. 38 viewers currently. We're getting to the good part. We're getting to the part where we're about to put keycaps on it. You can see we still got a little bit of play here. And all we want to do is just make sure we got a consistent edge all the way around. Then we can pick any one of these screws and tighten it down to be the one that provides us with that anchor. And I'm just going to keep going around now. Make sure everything gets in nice and snug. Sweet as you like. Sweet as you like. Okay, one other thing I'm going to do, though, because I built this thing, I'm going to put a 1UP sticker on the back of it. No, I'm still worried about that. It's just too damn snug down there. Where's that scalpel? Just gonna take some of this out. Clearing some of the debris out of there. That is on. No, this one was the function key, right? Control. Windows. not sure why it's acting like that. All right, here we go. This spacebar is driving me crazy. "41 viewers currently watching. If you haven't already pressed that like button, go ahead and press that like button now. These PBT keycaps are also available at 1upkeyboards.com. They're side printed, so you can see here while I'm putting them on, you can see the side printing on the letters. So they're not blank keycaps, they're side printed. Gives it kind of a stealthy sort of look to it. Getting real close now. Almost done. Okay, just gotta flip it over. All right. Now what we're gonna do. Okay, I'm just going to close the door here. Had the door open during all the soldering, but I'm just going to go close it as I move on to the next phase. Just before I do that. All right. I defecated out. He's on his way to Game of Thrones. I'm 4 or 5 seconds away from finishing this up. Just gonna close the door here. Turn off my little fan. Move that off of the desk. There you have the 60% universal carbon fiber top plate on a silver aluminum base with cherry MX reds and a white PBT side printed keycap. Just going to switch over to Action Cam again just so you can see those side printed keycaps there. Back to overhead. All right, you guys ready for a sound test here? A little typing test. That is a beautiful, beautiful keyboard. Look at that logo on the back too. Sweet as you like. All right, here we go. A little typing test for you. Spacebar's a little bit rattly. But it's delicious. That's right, just pushing a couple of these down a little bit more. A lot of crack. There you have the 60% universal kit from 1UpKeyboards, featuring a top carbon fiber black plate, GH60 programmable keyboard with Cherry MX Reds in a silver aluminum base with PBT side printed keycaps. These keycaps need to be pushed down, a bunch of them actually. Yeah, that's better. Sweet. You can buy that kit right now on 1upkeyboards.com. Cool. Well, thanks to everybody who tuned in this week. What time we got here? 9 o'clock sharp. So if you're off to see Game of Thrones, go do that now. Ski with Pete, look into Band-Aid modding. It really help improve your stabs. Yeah, that just gives a little cushioning at the bottom. I like my stabs to be a little bit rattly, but this one, it's this spacebar keycap that grabbed this left stab so tightly. What a beaut. Okay, cool. Well, thanks very much. Thanks again to everybody who tuned in this week. Thank you to all of my mods, of course. Thank you to everybody who took the time to hang out. Thank you to everybody who pressed like. We're at 56 likes with 32 watching. That's great. Thank you again so much to everybody who took the time to tune in. Both this stream, the earlier stream today, the 2 streams yesterday, the stream on Friday. It's been a fantastic weekend. Thank you guys so much for joining in and hanging out and doing all that awesome stuff. If you guys want a kit just like this one, go to 1upkeyboards.com. Wait, before I go. Don't forget about this week's giveaway from 1upkeyboards.com. A sticker from mechanicalkeyboards.com. Switch openers and 2 keycap pullers. Also from 1upkeyboards.com is this switch puller. From Varmillo is this switch tester. And from 1upkeyboards.com, this brass universal ANSI plate. Go to the gleam.io link in the about section below or the video description. Go check that out. All right, well, thanks again to everybody who tuned in. Can't say that enough times. Thank you to everybody who supports this channel, either by subscribing, by pressing like, by doing the other things that people do. I appreciate it. If you'd like to support this channel, you can buy me a cup of coffee in the about section below, or you can support this channel on Patreon. You can also send me Bitcoin. Thanks very much to everybody who does, who did, who will, who has, and other tenses that I haven't quite considered. It's been a great weekend. Thanks again. I'll see you guys over on Discord. MangeHD. Now, hit the Discord. So Mange is going to put that up. And while he does, I'm going to put over to this screen. You guys don't have to leave. You can hang out for a little while longer here if you want. But I do encourage you to come join us over in the Discord. I'll be over there on the Discord hanging out with you guys in just a few minutes. I'll see you guys then.